But most importantly, I
Shout out Young Swiss.
want to talk about something real important. Okay, whether you're on the entrepreneurship journey or you're working 9 to 5 or you're whatever, I want to talk about pessimistic people and how to avoid them and how to avoid adapting their fears and thoughts and opinions. We're not adopting any of those, okay? And I also just want to take a second to acknowledge the hair. Okay, now that that's over, let's talk about it. But while we talk about it, I'm gonna fix this picture. This is a picture that I painted some time ago that is just not looking its best anymore, and it needs some help. I don't know how I'm gonna help it, but I got some paint here. I bought this from my local Ross, and it's like a 28 set of acrylic paint with these different colors. Let's see what we're working with, because I really don't know how I want to do this. So we got a burnt sienna, raw sienna, black, okay, and then there's like a yellow orchid color. So I don't know, y'all. We're gonna see. But I feel like we need to talk about this. I feel like we need to talk about this because it keeps coming up. We keep having people come up to us and try to deter us from the plan, when the plan was already discussed. It was already decided. So let's talk about it while we paint and create something new out of something old. Okay, let's do it. So I have my paint brushes, okay, and my paint, it's right here, okay, and we're gonna get started. I'm trying to like figure out. So if you guys can't tell by now, I'm in the new apartment, and it's in High Park. It's a really nice area. I really love it over here. I'm not in love with this apartment complex in particular, but I don't think it would be a bad first place for me. You know, like, I think this would be a good starting point. I've had my own place before in college, but I just don't really count that because, I mean, it was college. So, yeah. But, anywho. So today, like I said, we're revamping this picture and we're making this old thing a new thing. Yo, my camera really want to play games. Like, I don't know what me. You only gonna do that part of my face? For real? But if I come over here, y'all, tell me what it's doing. I'm gonna keep it right there. All right, y'all can see me now. Anywho, so yeah, I wanted to talk about avoiding pessimistic people, and if you can't avoid them, not adapting their pessimistic ideas and ways and making them your own. I feel like this is a very important topic because I feel like I've gone through it many times. And I feel that if I've gone through it and if I feel it important enough to talk about, then somebody else could be going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I wanted to talk about it. So right now, what I think I'm gonna do, y'all, is I just got an idea. So the way that this painting is that it has like scratches kind of on it. So I was thinking I could just like kind of fill in the scratches with this paint, and then I have to get some type of paint that like makes it glossy so that it doesn't scratch up so easily. Anywho, back to what I was talking about. So yeah, I felt that this is important. I noticed that a lot of the times when I have a plan or if I have something going on with myself, and I'll get really, really excited about it, and then I'll like, you know, maybe somebody asks me about the plan. This pessimistic person asks me about the plan, about my plan, and you know, as I'm explaining the plan, or maybe it's not even a plan. Maybe I'm just explaining something that I'm doing, right? Like, you know, and as I'm explaining it to the person, I'll begin to question the integrity of the plan or whatever it is that I'm explaining, because I guess because I'm explaining it to this person. And also just like, you know, when you're having those conversations, you'll pick up on how a person is looking or how a person is like, I'm trying to stay inside this little box so y'all can see me clear now. But like how the person is looking at me, or how, like, you know, just picking up on their reactions to what I'm saying, and then I'll begin to question, you know, the integrity of whatever it is I'm saying. And that can completely get you off track and from what it is that you're trying to do or whatever it is that you're doing. That can completely get you off a track. So one way that I like to just kind of avoid that whole scenario is just not talk about it. Like you can't talk about everything with everyone. It's just that simple. Especially with being an entrepreneur and trying new things and trying new ideas that nobody has ever seen. Especially, I just feel like in the Black community, because that's what I can relate to first, and that's what I know. And it's like, especially living in Chicago, there's a lot of things that we haven't seen firsthand, and so because of that, a person cannot see that for you. So because they can't see it for themselves, they can't see it for you. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be, you know, whatever it is, they can't see it. So that's the first thing. It's like, I recognize that I can't tell everyone, and then how I do recognize the people who I can tell these plans, who I can get honest and genuine criticism that's not just like, you can't do it, but maybe you should do it this way, is like, you know, are they doing it too? Are they like-minded individuals who, you know, you see doing the same thing or having the same struggles? Like, you know, those are the people who you don't have to be so cautious with sharing your plan, but sometimes, you know, you do. But really, just go with your instinct. Go with your heart. Your heart is never wrong. The heart is never wrong. Your instincts are never wrong. I've been paying more and more attention to how I feel when I'm around certain people. So like if I talk to this person and then I leave, and I notice that every time I'm talking to this person, I leave the conversation feeling, I don't know, like, you know, drained, or I feel empty. You know, if I feel like that, then I'm like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be talking to them about this. You know, maybe you shouldn't just be talking to that particular person about it. Or if you talk to somebody and you like, oh, I feel really good, like, now that I've shared these things with this person, and you know, now that we've just like really talked through everything, I feel really good. I feel really good about what I'm doing. I feel good about myself. Those are the people who, you know, you don't have to be so hesitant with. But if it's somebody who every time you talking to them and you leave and you feel drained, you feel exhausted, and you feel tired, you feel doubtful, you feel negative, you don't, you know, have a lot of energy for the positivity upkeep, those are the people who you need to recognize like stuff. We need to stop talking to them. We need to stop talking to them. Or like, okay, let's say for instance that this pessimistic person is a person that you care about, a person that you really love, and they care about you as well. And maybe it is just the simple fact that they cannot, sometimes it's gonna be those people who cannot feed you, who cannot see your dreams, and that's hurtful. And that is sad, and it's confusing when you're in that type of dynamic, because it's like, oh well, I know this person cares about me, I know this person loves me, but why are they giving me this energy, or why aren't they feeding me positivity? And you know, you can really dive into that with yourself and really fill out the situation, because I'm not gonna say that, you know, maybe sometimes there is some truth in what the person has to say, but if it's something that you have made a plan and you set out for yourself and you followed and committed to the actions and whatever the scenario is, you have to recognize that, like, pause. I just want y'all to know I'm trying to get better at looking in the camera. Some people have pointed that out to me, so I'm going to look at the camera instead of myself. So I'm looking at the camera now. But really, I can't tell you, you know, if it's a person who you love and who you care about, and vice versa, if you should listen to them or not. But I can tell you to listen to your heart, listen to what feels true, because the truth feels real. The truth feels real. If it's somebody trying to cap your potential, trying to limit your potential, then you can just go ahead and throw that away. Nobody can cap your potential or what's possible for you. You know, nobody can do that but you. So if it's one of those situations and it's something that you are really passionate about and you love and you've been going after it, hey man, they're not the people you need to be talking to. Or okay, let's just say it's a scenario like mine, where I live with my family for now, and a lot of the times, because I do live with them and they don't really charge me any type of rent or anything like that, you know, sometimes they want to know, like, what's going on. Hey, what's going on? What you know, what do you have planned? Because ultimately, if you're in a situation like me, I'm grown, and I am very dependent on them for certain things. So if you're in a situation like that where, you know, they just asking, and part of you does have to invest in those type of conversations, you have to go into that conversation confident on what it is that you're going to say. So if it's a plan that you're explaining, go into that confident. Remind yourself of the you know, if you really have a plan that you've been setting out, think about, like, you have your how and your why and your what, but whatever it is, the objective, go into that confident and remind yourself. And then also remind yourself of why that person may advocate for something differently from what you're saying. So let me give you an example. If you decide, okay, I am saving up for this property, and I want to buy this property, but I don't really have the means to buy the property, but this is the plan, and I know that eventually I'll have the means because I've planned it out, I've done my research, I've, you know, done everything that needed to be done in order for me to feel good and confident about it. And then this person who you care and you love, you talk to them, and they like, okay, but no, let's be real. You don't have this. You don't have X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z is typically what people have when they're trying to attain this. And then, you know, that can be like, oh damn, well, they got a point. You know, and they're saying this because they care about me. That's that's when you have to say, okay, but self, why did you set this plan out? Why did you feel it was attainable? And then for me, being the type of person I am, I'm very spiritual. I like to also think like, well, why did this thought ever come into my mind? If I'm incapable of succeeding at whatever this is, why would I ever think about it? Why would this higher power or whatever, entity made me, why, if it's not possible, why would I ever come and think about that? And then if that person who you love and you care about is giving you some good points, then maybe go back and reflect on that. And then maybe revisit the conversation later. Like, you know what? I didn't really agree with what you said at first, but I went back and I observed and I looked at your points and I thought about them, and I still don't feel like I can't do it, but I still feel like these are good things to think about, and this is how I'm going to get past it. You see what I'm saying? Because we're not letting go of the plan. It's one thing if it's just like, I can't even tell you what plan won't work, because I'm the type of person that I feel like if you commit to something daily and you pour into it daily, and regardless if you have the funds or whatever, if you just constantly working at getting that thing, I'm the type of person who's going to tell you, why can't you do it? I'm just that type of person. If you're not that type of person, I'm going to let you know right now, my channel probably ain't going to work for you. And that's okay. There's a lot of people out here. But I know that it is people who have situations just like that. Like me. And this is the only reason I can speak on these things, because this is my situation. Like this is what I go through daily. I'm pursuing a career in the film industry, and I don't really have the connections. I don't really have the crew backing me, or I don't have the money backing me. But every day I wake up, I work on my projects, I do the budgeting, I look at how this plan looks after X amount of time. I look at what I do have. What do I have to get where I need to be? Look at what you do have and focus on that. How do you not adapt these thoughts? Like a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie to you, with pessimistic people, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I'm talking to them and I'm dealing with them, yeah, baby girl, you gotta go into those kind of conversations just mad cocky. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. And it sucks, and it doesn't always feel the best to do, but I mean, what the hell do they want from you? You was on a lifeline, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you are on an entrepreneur and you're like the only person supporting you, or you're your main, you wear every single hat that there is to wear. You are your cheerleader, you are your financial advisor, you are your boss, you are your employee, you are everything. And when you're talking to pessimistic people now these are people who, not the people who care and love about you, these are just some other people. It's just some other people who just happen to be in your life. And they just got negative energy for you. Baby, I got nothing to say to you. I don't have nothing to say to you, and if I do got something to say to you, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it, because I'm gonna shut you down. I'm not a very religious person. I'm not a religious person. I'm very much so a spiritual person, but I do still resonate with a lot of stories in the Bible or in those type of religious readings. I don't know what you call them, because I was raised in the church, but I find a lot of value in some of those stories. And one story, I don't remember what happened, but I used to go to church a lot, and I just remember like little parts and details about certain stories. And it was a story where like Jesus was like, I'm finna do this, it's going down, this is the plan. And then one of the disciples was like, but now Jesus, like, because this don't sound right, X, Y, and Z. One of his own disciples, and he had asked this particular disciple to go with him on this particular journey or plan or whatever it was. He asked that particular disciple, like, come on. And so when Jesus was like, you know, telling him what was about to go down, he was like, no, man, that don't none of this sound right. And Jesus literally told him, he told him, like, stop, Satan. I'm not gonna let, like, he went off on him, like, stop, Satan, I ain't gonna listen to you. And that's damn near what you have to do to them type of people. Like, stop, Satan. I see you, I hear you, I know who you are. Because listen, y'all, he worked through people. You know, people don't realize how toxic their thoughts be. They can't even recognize it. They can't even recognize it to help themselves. So, you know, they, like I said, and that could go for even the people who you love. Like, dude, stop, Satan. I love you, but you giving real Satan energy right now, and I'm not trying to go for that right now. Real Satan energy? Should we make that a thing? Real devil energy right now. I don't know, but people be like, I'm on my demon time. That's that real demon time. Like, you was really on that demon time. Because what the fuck what did you talking about? I'm trying not to cuss on this channel, but that's just real, y'all. Like, that's just me keeping it me. Keeping it P with 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 me from the pessimistic. So, I've officially finished the painting. And, I mean, it's cool or whatever. I might, like, modify it as time goes over, but hey, I did my best. I'm kind of feeling it. I went a little crazy on the side where it was supposed to be white because it has some marks, and then I don't know. Honestly, I'm probably not even done with it. I probably will do some more stuff with it over time. I don't know. But anywho, I wanted to close out with a little story. I've heard it's a girl on Instagram. Hopefully I can remember her name now. It's something with a D. I want to say it's like a dose or something. But if I can't, I'll just tag her below because she has a lot of really good motivational videos that I like. And she gave she like kind of, to put things in perspective, she gave like a story and basically about people who are pessimistic or try to change your plan, right? And she said that, you know, when you are making plans for yourself, compare it to builders. And when builders go out to build a building, you know, they have this clear line and they put up a gate around and they start working on the building and they start working on the foundation. But before they do that, they have a blueprint, they have a plan for this building, what it's gonna look like, how tall it's gonna be, how many people can fit inside, what the building is gonna function as. They have a plan. And as they're building these buildings, or this building, people walk by and people will be like, I wonder what this is. Oh, they should make this into a cafe. Oh, they should make this into a hospital. Oh, they should make it this, they should make it that. They should be doing it this way. They should have built this first and that then. And what you have to do, just like those builders do, is ignore them people. I don't know how many times I've seen construction workers in my area building something, and I'm like, oh, what's this gonna be? And just, you know, have this whole new plan for what it is not. And I want you to try to remember when you're going through similar situations is that you have a blueprint. You trust yourself. You and self made a plan. Stick to the plan. No matter what is said, no matter what is done, unless it's somebody who you truly value and you value what they say and what the advice they give, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan, baby. We in this together. We're sticking to the plan, and I'm gonna see you at the top. All right. I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell me what you like about this video. Tell me what you don't like about this video. Would you like to see more of these videos? Because I would like to see more of you. So I just want to know what you want to do. Where do you want to go? Where should we go next? What do you want to hear? Okay, I'm working on a new setting. You over here. You not right there. You right here. I'm sorry about that. That's so disrespectful. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna show y'all the painting. Y'all see it? Okay, cool. And hopefully I'll see y'all next week. All right? Lego.